Hello, welcome to today's Launch and Learn session. My name is Ivan Suko. I'm the Business Development Manager for Smart Drive Consulting. Smart Drive Consulting is an indigenous software company located in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. In today's Launch and Learn session, we shall be talking about a new concept of paper management in our offices. There are certain business transactions that are done on paper. How do we manage paper-based transactions in our offices? I'll be doing 10 parts in this series. Welcome as I take you through different features of the tool that will enable you to manage paper document in your offices more efficiently. Welcome. Hello, welcome to today's Launch and Learn section. Today we shall be looking at paper document management and archiving software. My name is Ivan Suko. I'm the Business Development Manager for Smart Drive and Systems Limited. Smart Drive and Systems Limited is a software development company. Today we shall be looking at paper234.com. Now let's look at the agenda for our discussion in this series. Number one, we shall be looking at what paper234.com is. We'll do a bit of introduction. What is paper document management system? Why paper234.com? The role of paper234.com in your business organization as a document management software. We shall also be looking at why is paper document management difficult for a lot of organizations. We then will be talking about file transfer to anywhere in the world using paper234.com. Challenges of managing paper document in Covid19 era. We shall also be looking at what's the way forward. We'll look at those issues, challenges, and the way forward. Now, the next thing we'll also look at why we think you and the organization may need paper234.com. How paper234 organizes team folders in an organization. And then we shall also be looking at the features of team folders as designed by paper234.com. Now, we'll then leave you with two choices. And then finally, we'll get into demo to show you how the system works. What is paper document management system? A document management system is a system used to receive, track, manage, and store document and reduce paper. Paper234.com is a computer software designed to store, manage, track electronic documents and electronic images of paper-based information captured through the use of document scanner. Why paper234.com? Paper234.com is an automated software solution that will enable you and your business organization to track, control, manage all business documents in paper and convert it into digital format, which is then stored electronically, securely for easy retrieval and references. It was designed to enable business organizations to manage business processes at team level in a hierarchical structure from organizational business units to department and from department to teams. This way, document folders can be rolled up from team to the business unit. Now let's look at the role of paper234 as a document management software. Now the basic thing about paper234.com is that it will help your business organization minimize potential error in data management by establishing processes and policies for document usage and to build trust in data being used to make decisions across business organizations. With reliable, up-to-date data, your company and organization can respond more efficiently to market changes and customers' needs. Now, this is what is actually lacking in most business organizations. We have a lot of electronic way of managing our business. For instance, you use Word, you use Excel, you use PowerPoint. These are all documents that will be generated in electronic format. But we also receive a lot of paper, a lot of contract, a lot of other business side that has to do with paper. How do you manage that? So what paper234.com will do for you and your business organization is to help you establish processes and policies for managing paper in the organization. All the business documents that come in paper format, how do you manage them? Now, why is paper document a difficult thing? Number one, as the amount of document organization collect increases, ensuring data quality becomes harder because of diversity of data sources. So the first problem, most organizations will have is that some of these paper-based documents come from different sources. So integrating them becomes a problem. And various types of data that are difficult to integrate. The sheer volume, the third problem has to do with the volume of data. In fact, there are certain organizations that, the way they churn out paper on daily basis is quite huge. So how do you then manage all that? And as well as a rapid pace at which the data changes. So this is what actually makes paper-based document changes. For instance, if you have a paper, something that was written in Word and you have a soft copy, you can quickly change. But once it has to do with paper, it takes a whole lot of cumbersome process to change and reprint and stamp and seal the document again. So that's why it's sometimes very difficult to manage information that comes on paper-based. Now, one beautiful feature that is built into paper234.com is a file transfer feature. You can transfer file to anybody. In fact, what you can do is that you can actually open up, for instance, if you have a friend in China, or you have a friend in US or UK, or maybe any state, maybe anywhere in the world, all that you need to do, you can stay here and log in and create an account for your friend. And then once you do that, your friend will then receive an email with the account detail to log in. When your friend logs in, we'll now share a folder. The system will automatically create a folder that both of you can share. Now you can then drop whatever information that you need in that folder for your friend. He will be able to pick it up, and then when he also work on it, finish it, he can also upload, and so both of you can, you can use this for one-to-one communication with someone, with your friend. Now, what kind of filing system does your organization uses? I will be using this picture to, talk around some of the design features of paper234.com. Now, these are the challenges of managing paper document in COVID-19. Number one, COVID-19 pandemic has made matters worse as people are made to work from home. COVID-19 in 2020 suddenly cut people off from office working environment. In the office working environment, people were able to work with paper and digital document. So what has happened now is that a number of people are now working from home, and then a lot of document that they need to make references are left in the offices. So number two, the second challenge is how are we going to make the content of the file cabinet in offices available to team members that are working from home for reference purposes. Most businesses are now coping with the new reality. What they basically do is to get someone to go to the office, pick a file for them, they work on the file and they return it back. Another team member wants the same file, he goes to pick it and work on it and return it back to the office. And in some situations, they even have to scan the document and share on the network. And that also increases the price of connectivity. Now, we also noticed that with COVID-19, it was possible for people to move with their digital document. So you have your work in the Word, you have your work in the Excel, you have your Word in PowerPoint. It was easy to take your flash drive and go home and work. But again, the paper document that we have, this cabinet that we left in the office is still left in the office. So what paper234.com does is to enable all these documents here to be scanned and filed so that every member of the team will have access to this document at home, because they would at one point or the other want to make references to some of these documents that are business strategic. Now let's then look at the way forward. What's the way forward? Paper234.com application was designed to address the imbalance caused by COVID-19, in which people work at home without access to their file cabinet in offices. So that's one problem that we're trying to solve, okay? The second problem too that, we're trying to solve is that Paper234 had made it quite easy to organize people in teams. So people stay at home, but they are working in teams. They are able to see that once they log on, they're able to see the team folder and the work and they deliver their work to the folder. Others are able also to pick the work and contribute in that same folder. And then the question people will ask is, a lot more people ask that, how is Paper234 different from other document management software. Again, you need to look at the costs. You also need to, most of the document management software out there in the market, a lot of them, you require a lot of training to be able to use them. So we have to design something that is quite easy to use. Now, this is why we think that you and the organization will need paper234.com. It will have less storage space. It will increase collaboration among team members. Once all these documents, we're able to scan all these documents, place them in different strategic folders, so you will then be able to make reference in your home to business strategic document that you're supposed to walk into the office, archive and pick it and make reference to, or get to your office file cabinet, bring the document out and make reference to. So all these will be made available. Again, you see that storing this paper document takes a lot of space. So once we scan all this, and then a lot of rooms and space for file cabinet in the office will disappear. And then what we also advise most organizations to do is to have off storage for all these paper. Scan this document, file them up in paper234.com, and then each member of the team will have access to it, and then work goes on. So it doesn't really matter where you stay, anywhere in the world, you're able to have access to your team folder, team file cabinet electronically, and you do your work. And you can also create a new folder. You can add someone to the folder that your team has, so that it will also have access to the folder. We'll all demonstrate that when we get to demo section. So the other beautiful thing about paper234 is that you'll be able to integrate with the legacy systems. Okay, so if you already have a legacy system, it's quite easy for us to integrate the system with your legacy system. So it works. In fact, there is where we call reference name. If you already have a name that people that you use in your filing structure will not change. The paper234 will not change that naming convention. Okay, there is a way you will be able to take that as a reference name. So if people are already used to that name, they will continue to use that name to access the file electronically. It offers a document backup and recovery. Yes, you can do a backup because electronically we can back it up. In case of disaster recovery, you can still get your data back. Whereas with the paper document, if there is fire in a building, the whole document is gone. If there is flood, the document could be destroyed. Where there is war, the document also could be destroyed. But if there is war and you have your document in the cloud and you survive the war, then you can get their documents back. It will enable easy regulatory compliance, grant wider access to document, promote better version control and organization, save time and money, improve workflow, and provide better security. Now, this is how paper234 recognizes the teams. So the system, it allows organization to structure people in teams. So you actually work in teams, and the organizational structure is predefined. So you already have the business unit, and then you have the department, and then you have the team. Each of the team belongs to the department, and each of the department belongs to the business unit. Okay, for example, you can have HR director, okay, as in the business unit, and then under the HR director or the VP HR, you then have the manager, and then you then have the departmental heads, and then under the departmental head, you then have the teams. Okay, so people work in teams, and then the system can roll up. You can define as many teams as you like to define, but each of them are structurally connected to a department, and each of the department is connected to a business unit. Now, these are some of the features of paper234.com. You can create 1 or 2 teams as a minimum, and you can also create millions of folders for teams. Each team folder is connected to a department. That's what I said before. And each department is connected to a business unit or a director or a VP. Now, each team member can create a new folder in our team. Team folder is only available and seen by team members. Once you log in, you will see your team folder. So if you're in an organization, and then you're in the HR department, and there's a job, a project you're doing in finance, and they create a folder, the team you work in finance, okay, in finance. When you log in as an HR person, you see all your HR folder. You also see the folder in finance team. It will be available to you alone. okay, within your HR structure. You can grant access to people into your team folder. Once you're the one who create a folder, you become the owner of the folder, and you can then grant access to other people, okay? Now, these are options we want to leave you with. Number one, you can buy the software and we train your people and they, do the scanning and the storage and the filing of your document, paper document electronically. The second solution we left you with, you can also bring us, you can also talk to us. We bring in consultant and they do it for you. So those are the two options we leave you with. Now, these are installation basis. One, the one here, we can do you out of box solution. We already have paper234 installed in the cloud. So we can give you out of box solution in the cloud directly. The second one solution that we have, installation we have, is that we can do on-premise solution. In this case, your company, your organization, or you have your server and you want us to install, or we can do a mix of the solution. Okay, some are pointing at the software can sit in our cloud, but your data, maybe you have a database, we can connect, customize and connect to database, so you take charge of the database. So we can do a mix of the two installation for you. Now, these are people that are likely, customers, people that, uses this software. One thing that I want to say is that our scanning services include bulk document scanning. So if you have a very big archive like this one, we can help you translate all this, move all this electronically, and the way the organization had structured it legacy-wise, we can migrate you, into the new environment. So we can do bulk scanning for you, historical archive scanning. There are people that have a store and then they have 10 years old document, they have 20 years archive document. We can bring in consultant to help you move that electronically. We can also, one of the things, like I said before, is that what thing the paper234 will do for you is to set up the paper-based management, how you manage paper-based document, business document in the environment. So that's ongoing. So when we set it up, going forward, when a document come, a paper document come, we will then establish a process that document goes through before it gets to its final resting place. Okay? And then we also do document digitization services. We do record storage, okay? And then these are industries we work for. We do scanning of HR document, scanning of manufacturing companies, scanning of non-profit document, scanning of medical records, scanning of educational institution records, government documents, legal document for lawyers, bank document, insurance company document, SME document, contract document, personal document, and security document. These are things we are very good at. And these are things that paper234 will help you to do. So how do you get access to the system? Just go to your browser and type paper234.com. You can then try and access for 30 days free. The system will create an account for you, send you the logon detail in email, you log on and you use it for 30 days. And then we give you 2 megabytes of free disk space. You can store document and see how it works. If it's fine for you, then you can request an order for the software. But you need to use it first to see how it works, okay? So if you need more information, please go to paper234.com. There's a lot of information there. Send us a WhatsApp on the number as shown on the screen. You can also send us an email at buy@paper234.com. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next section.